Good morning. Welcome to Friday Thoughts, Living Together Faithfully. I thought as we would do this today, I would gather around our Lenten display, gather around the palm branches as a way of introducing and inviting you into Holy Week. And I want to just take some time to talk a little bit about our Holy Week experience here at Trinity. This past week, I had a phone conversation with my daughter. She called and said, "Dad, I'm just really missing some stuff around Lent and Easter and Holy Week, and our church is closed, we're not doing much, and wondering what you're doing, wondering if there's anything our preschool could do to kind of help with the story at our church." And so I started talking about our Lenten series and Hope Changes Everything. And I actually sent her pictures from all our different displays and said, this is what we're doing and the themes. And I sent her a copy of the bookmark that will be a part of our prayer vigil. And I sent her a copy of the actual pamphlet that's part of the prayer vigil. And she sent back a note saying, "Dad, this is fantastic. Thank you for sharing it with me." And so, I think since Easter, the story of Christmas, the incarnation, the coming of God in Jesus is the beginning of our life together. And that the story of Lent into Easter is the climax of all that Jesus came for. This is what gives us our identity as followers of Jesus. And so it's so important that we take time, that we make the time to be about the story this coming week. And so I really hope you'll take every opportunity to become involved, to be engaged in some way in the story. And if it touches your heart and life, then share the story as you tell someone else about your journey and your experience. So a couple of quick reminders. Certainly that this Sunday for Palm Sunday, join us virtually online as part of our broadcast worship. Or come Sunday morning at 10 o'clock and be part of our parking lot worship and as we celebrate Palm Sunday with a procession of palms actually together. So those are a couple of options for this Sunday. And then as we begin actually Holy Week, we have a prayer vigil that we have specifically prepared for you. It has 5 different stations. We invite you to sign up, first of all, for a half hour or maybe even an hour segment. If you come from a half hour and you're not done, we've moved the stations throughout the church building so that others can start, even if you're not finished, but you'll have ample time for quiet meditation and reflection on our various themes from our Lenten series, Hope Changes Everything. So we hope you'll come. Matt is working hard as well to do a videotape of that, to give you a virtual tour of that prayer vigil. And if you can't make it in person, then check that out and participate in that manner. I'm actually going to send a link to our virtual prayer vigil to my daughter in Seattle so that she can join in on it from there. And then we come to Maundy Thursday and Good Friday. And so we will have a broadcast worship of Maundy Thursday and the stripping of the altar and the telling of that story that we've entitled this year, Hope Seeks a Bigger Picture. And then certainly for Good Friday, always we gather for that profound story in Jesus on the cross. And this year we'll be doing our Tenebrae service that we have done in the past that really tells that story. But this year, a little bit different, is we're engaging in an ecumenical recorded service with 7 churches total. 6 area Lutheran churches and the Methodist Church here in Lindstrom. And we will broadcast that at 6:30 on Friday evening, Good Friday. So those are opportunities for you to participate. And then certainly on Easter morning to gather with us. Outdoors at the parking lot at 8 a.m. will be a 20-minute vigil where we welcome in the day the blessing of the fire, the lighting of the Paschal candle, the draping of the cross, placing of some of the flowers, and reading of the Easter story, something just very simple. At 9 o'clock will be a special broadcast Easter worship for you that you can participate from home. And then again at 10:30 that morning in the parking lot, a full celebration of Easter with Holy Communion as we gather together there. And we hope you'll take time and make time to be part of that in some manner. And I just want to extend that invitation. And then with the time I have left here today, just to share a couple of thoughts to kind of get you started. First, something entitled Coming Kingdom. And it's a reading from the Gospel for this Sunday, Mark 11, verses 9 to 10. Hosanna, blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Holy One. Blessed is the coming kingdom of our ancestor David. Hosanna in the highest heaven. Friend, don't get sentimental about this. To wave our palms is to rebel. There is a king already who does not take kindly to this upstart. There's an empire already. It's called the dominion of self. The kingdom of the habitual, the popular, the dominant culture. To wave your palm is to pledge allegiance to a different realm, to take a different way, not just during the parade, but every moment, every choice of your life. You will pay for it. To bless the humble one is to risk his fate. To cry this Hosanna is to take up your cross. So don't wave that palm unless you mean to resist and that you are ready to be labeled subversive and to be punished for it. And if you do, then cry out, Hosanna, save us, Hosanna in the highest heaven. And then a continuation of that. Hosanna doesn't mean hooray. It means save us. It's not a cry of triumph. It's a plea in desperation. Of course, aimed at a leader who can protect us, it becomes an affirmation. Our hosannas signify victory only because Jesus has saved us in our desperate weakness. This is no time to strut, but rather to kneel, to bear our tender need in honest pleading that we still need saving, in awe and in gratitude for the grace that we are continually given. Maybe Hosanna is more like, wow, thanks, we needed that on steroids. So come and join us as we remember and as we participate in the story of Jesus. Blessings to all.